Okay.
Huh?
Sure, they've been so long exposure, right?
What?
More like a person now.
Let's go.
Hello.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war.
Dragons.
One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic.
Or as we call it, TikTok.
Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division, for the sake of the war effort,
Artificial
or natural
division.
adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Oh, ow. I hit my hand on my desk. It didn't really hurt. I was just shaking it just to, I don't know. Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to the tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries.
Few centuries.
You understand now, yes. We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
That means the prince, that is to say, I am a scion of both the old world and the new.
Beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia.
But why are they called
Horrifying
humans?
testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, The old world couldn't control its magic. And... wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic
Interesting.
igniters to you? Tools for the church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the elders
I see.
amassed.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
I see.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, Thutman Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are
Defeat
now,
Luis.
you may walk
That bitch.
the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
I alone am the transcended one.
Anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There is weakness in help. There is weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides,
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods an alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out as those. That's the natural order. Oh my god. Let's awaken the heroic embodiment of the prince. No one understands me right away. I accept that. There will still be meaning to show them my convictions in the fight to come.
let's fight.
That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
Counting on you.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
I love that little smug look she always fucking has. That's so cute.
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis. He may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish
He a
to
bitch.
know?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were.
So he can
In
manipulate
every
manip-
age, the
manipulate
cause and
manipulate
effect are the
magic.
same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic.
And do we remember what caused the what I forgot what was it called? The gatekeeper thing from Persona 3 Answer? What was the thing that was attacking Makoto at the very end? What was that thing made out of? People's anxieties and fears and like desire for death. Interesting how it's all tied together.
In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows, uncontrollable by magic.
Oh,
It
God,
can
my
give
legs hurt.
rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
Tis the answer to everything.
The answer.
The melancholia crystals. The beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength
You
to
turn people.
confront
That's
your
his magic. He
fears,
can turn people into humans.
even this transformation may be defied and overcome. What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire,
Oh.
there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw. Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if
But
it was possible... I
knowing
don't know what
him,
it
he
would
probably
accomplish.
could.
But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
Zorba.
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Why does Nurse run so goofily? What the fuck was that run, Nurse? Let us run! Cutscene. Russell, is everyone safe? We had no casualties. However, we were swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of even a glance. Could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him.
No.
There was little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance, any move might have been a result in needless sacrifices. The intruder sensed the power of the prince's awakening and came to investigate. I don't know why he would have run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please. It's Zorba. It's fucking. It's. We know this is Zorba. Ah, fuck it.
Ready?
Quick little safety save again.
Ready?
Stop!
You! Zorba. So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
You don't
If
care.
that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
Fucking
What
got
do
him.
you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you...
The way he rolls his
nothing but
R's is
powerless
unsettling.
imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Just saying. That's summoner magic.
Keep your guard up. The melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
That's literally fucking summoner magic. Just putting that out there. However, your newly earned archetype prince surges forth.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
You can now change it out as you wish. Can act as support for all synthesis skills.
All right, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Hold on, I won't hold back!
Oh.
All right, let's go!
Behold this power. This might sting.
Are you prepared? Burn to ash! Come in!
I wonder if it's weak to wind.
Come forth, royal soul! I'll cut through!
Badly hurt. Get her some healing. Juno, are you okay? What I need.
Holy shit.
About to drop. Freeze over.
Now, no holding back! Not now. Are you prepared? No, not this.
What do we...
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I shall vanquish evil. Be ready for anything.
Wait, let's split some heads.
You can do this!
Hey, focus up, Basilio.
Well. God damn it. That's unfortunate.
Healed. We've got to do something about those apples. What can I do? We've got to wake her up.
Hey, can I restart?
All right. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Hey, let's like run that back.
Let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
I won't hold back! Let's work together!
I'm counting on you!
Mask dancer. Burn.
Are you prepared? Burn to... Not done yet. Here.
Come in!
Get ready. Stop that, eh?
Behold Vitus power! Let's go! Let's push through!
I'll give you the performance of a lifetime.
I think we'll swap her.
Backing out for now.
My turn.
Actually, that might have been the not right choice.
The power of fire!
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing. Ah! I like doing that.
I'll cut through!
Oh, power of kings.
To one enemy.
I call upon royal power within! Let me rethink this.
Let's try this.
I knew you'd help.
Thanks. Quite a boon.
Here I go.
Bitch. Bitch.
Can anyone heal him?
Let's go! The blade's edge!
I use what I must.
Someone heal him.
I'm assassin. Some darker arts.
Are you prepared? This should help.
I owe you one, my friends.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Working on it. Well,
Someone get him back on his feet!
Rip Stroll.
I won't hold back.
Please allow me.
Stroll's
Be
on that
neither
ground.
timid
Can
nor
anyone
this
get him
should
back
work.
on his feet?
I live to see another day.
It's regenerated the headwind. Here comes another round of wind attacks.
General.
Guards up!
You better be ready.
Let's stay calm. Time for some close combat. Made to the rear guard. I won't hold back. Let me help.
You hit their weakness.
Oh, thank God, he is weak to wind.
All power of kings. Then it forward. Assassin.
I really have nothing.
Rancor.
Now,
General.
untamed magic!
Unfortunate.
Legs are back to normal. God, we'd only just taken them out.
Still fight.
The captain's on his last
Here I
leg.
go.
Someone get him healed up.
My bad.
We'll do this together.
I'm counting on you!
Assassin.
What's still up?
Some darker arts.
I shall fight as the noble I am. This should work.
I knew you'd help.
Thanks. Much thanks.
I'm ready when all awesome souls do your thing.
Oh, you bitch.
Quick, knock
You
them off
bitch.
again. That's finesse. Beautiful done, Hydra.
Vitus power.
We'll team up!
You're here?
Assassin. Rancor.
No holding back! Show me true power, tougher than I thought.
Unfortunate.
Strong.
Someone heal him fast. Heismay's in real danger. He needs healing now.
Yeah. I like
I
doing
will
that.
fight with pride. I won't hold back.
Is it just that?
Hey, forward. Let's go. I'll cut through. A tough one.
My son. No. I'll use this.
Our general! Burn! Not done yet.
Oh, you coward.
Quick, knock them off again. Regenerate the headwind. Here comes another round of wind attacks. Legs are back to normal. We'd only just taken them out.
Wow, you bitch.
Healed. We've got to do something about those attacks.
You actual coward.
All right,
Thank you, Gallica.
now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Let's Vitus power. Hold falling back. I'm all prepared.
I'm counting on you!
You hit their weakness.
I can feel a sneeze trying to happen.
Yes, I'll use what I must. Some formidable indeed.
I call upon royal power within! Untamed magic! They die hard!
To the front. Yeah, my bad. They're still breathing.
Yeah. Well.
This'll get ugly.
As if I die.
That's badass. That's really fucking badass.
Someone help, please.
Use now. Think later.
Still fight.
More apple? Quick, knock them off again.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Looking pretty rough. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? Basilio's down. Someone get him up and fight. Captain hurt bad. Let's get him to
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
This'll do it.
I live to see another day.
So he's in a soul scream. He's in a heal. Cool. That's 2,000 health that he just now healed.
Please. What can I do?
badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
Everyone, forgive me.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? Have you asked to not? Yeah. It.
Not for so.
Shut the fuck up. Retry this battle. Retry this battle.
All right, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
It.
Forth, royal soul.
I can't get over the fact I got really close to the end, and then it literally said, fuck you, and then it just nuked my team.
Time for some close combat. To the rear guard. Let's work together.
Coordination is key.
You hit their weakness. That's your opening, Captain. A royal soul. This might sting.
No holding
Oh, there's a
back.
chance. There's a chance.
This should help.
Thanks.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Let's go. We'll do this together.
We'll team up.
I'll show you. Descend as a storm.
I shall vanquish evil. Show me true power. Right on target.
Stay insane in a fight. Destroying's my
It's
kind
okay.
of thing.
We can forward. Better be. I'll get some distance. I'm all prepared.
Let's back up.
Nice hit. That was perfect.
2,000 fucking damage.
Quick, knock them off again. This is just what I need. Going for the weak spot.
Now,
Thank God.
no holding back. Untamed magic.
Okay.
Come forth, royal soul. Charging in. I'll cut through.
There's no one here fights alone.
As general. Show me true power. They die hard.
I'm ready whenever.
Come in.
Yeah. My bad.
Bitch.
Badly hurt. Get her some healing. Juna, are you okay?
To the rear guard.
Look like you're about
Forward.
to drop.
Let's go.
Alright, we see how close.
Too early for my exit.
General! Be ready for anything.
I knew you'd help.
You better be ready.
Alright, here's the turn. Here's a reason to nuke my team.
Quick, knock them off again. Get her some healing.
Still fight.
Gotta wait for us. Juna's down.
We'll do this together.
Quick, get her back on her feet.
Not this. This'll do it.
I owe you.
I owe you one.
Now, I shall vanquish evil. Let's try this.
Time for my grand
Stay in.
comeback.
Here I go. You're my bad. They're still breathing.
Regenerated the headwind. Here comes another round of wind attacks. Legs are back to normal. Just taking them out.
I'll take it. That's fine.
Healed. We've got to do something about those attacks.
Now you've done it.
Shit. I'm fine with that. Yes, Gallica, please take care of the apples.
Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Come forth, Royal Soul. The Blaze Edge.
Nice hit. That was perfect. Show you. This might sting.
I cut General! Untamed magic! Not done yet.
Stay in.
Basilia will always charge up.
It's still up?
I call upon the royal soul. Raging fire. Sure don't give up easy.
I shall fight. Show me tougher than I thought.
Next turn I can beat it probably. Barring anything fucking stupid happening.
It's looking pretty rough. Working hard, okay? Ow!
Alright, I think I win this turn.
Cecilio's about to collapse.
You better be ready.
Getting healed up.
Yep, we won. Don't even want to say that was an easy fight, because it was not easy. Also, the first time we've gotten experience in a fucking while.
Check me out.
I feel stronger.
Nice.
I shall power.
I'm better and stronger. The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. We'll not find any public backing like this.
Alsace once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity.
How
He
will
is
we?
royalty and elder both. Heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
User prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that, but if we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
Of course. I'm prepared.
Yes, that determination is how we'll stop him.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
We lost too many lives along this journey, and if Luis has his way through the world, such partings become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You...
I can't wait to see that concert.
I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone
I
like
see.
me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Yes,
I will.
I will.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
A lot's happened.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Oh, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Stay beside me forever.
Wow. When you put it like that, you're gonna make me blush.
Oh.
But thanks.
Having overcome her trial, I can sense newfound conviction from Gallica, both as an ally and a friend. Yes, we got rank 8.
Mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us, and I'm gonna lead the way.
Now study Elemental Master and Warlock. During squad battles, you may gain an extra turn. Oh, okay.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
This is the magic of music that Gallica cast for me once. Now that I think about it, it may have helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
This book is a legacy of my parents, the last king of Uchronia and the queen of the Elden Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this world wasn't a mere fantasy, but the ideas of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
Then a true utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novel is based on the old world, but it fell to ruin and was destroyed by war. So if this book traces the trajectory of the old world, are these truly the ideals we're striving for? Seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, but little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, and he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision would ever come a reality.
Right.
And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
After discussing the novel and our ideals with Gallica, I closed my eyes. My god. I can't read. What's up, more, you fuck? You gonna talk to me now? Academia, it seems I've been summoned by Moore in a dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
Death.
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you, or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again, as a prince. Do you understand?
Interesting.
You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you.
What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks it.
Indeed. 'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Interesting.
I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you?
Who are you?
You awaken this boy to his power.
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken.
Are you the Elden
Move
Queen?
onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
My consciousness faded away and I was sent back to my sleep. I'm reminded that Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. Has Moore visited the ancient Elden Sanctum?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh my god.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? I always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
Stand strong.
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course. No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in my eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
Some coin would be nice.
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
Head to Grand Trad.
This place here.
Let's move.
You see?
Yeah.
We're doing it a whole nother thing. More reason we gotta prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
I'm excited to see what's gonna come next. Ooh.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
The army guy's gone.
I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Support the Elden boy.
On the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a
Wastrel?
word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Support the Elden boy. He has the Elden ring.
Well then,
I hate this book.
let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's
Resurrected?
more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
Or something. I didn't pay attention to the
So
story.
his ideal form was spun from Magla.
Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain?
Okay.
We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
To think, this all could have been avoided if we would have just asked him a couple of questions.